Good morning. It's currently 5:30, getting steps and knocking out some work. Today should be a fun day. We're gonna run a practice peak week refeed day. It's not really like a peak week. Yeah, I guess it's more of a refeed, but we're going to be testing out the carb sources that we'll be using for the week of the show. We're also gonna be testing out just kind of like a rough idea of how much food to water I will need to have the fullness and the dryness that I want for the show. We're also gonna see weight gain, what that'll look like what foods, how much water I end up gaining by the end of the day. So I have a rough idea of what to expect for weigh-ins. So yeah, this morning woke up at 188.8. I'm using my Notion board that I created, which if you guys don't know, my whole life, literally my whole life runs off Notion. A couple pieces of data I'm collecting is the time of day, scale weight, visuals. So I just have my phone set up in the same place. I'm just doing mandatories, a front double bicep and a rear lat spread. And then I'm tracking some biofeedback. So how hungry was I? Any bloating? What's my pump quality? What's the dryness like? How much water I'm having during the meal? How much water I'm having after the meal? Total proteins, carbs, fats, and then and then I'm also notating like what I had for that meal, and then any special notes. So today's a very data-driven day. So I have my meals all scheduled around my calendar. I've got a couple calls and a couple work things today. So everything's kind of planned out. Training today, and I'm bringing steps down. I'm not doing cardio. I'm just posing. My legs feel great. Well, relatively. My legs have been completely dead for a while. So yesterday I just got like 7,500 steps, just napped, relaxed. It was a Sunday, so just really try to take Sunday off. And I feel good. So we'll walk and work for about 20 more minutes and go do our first meal. All right, so for meal one, we're gonna do 100 grams of egg whites and then a whole egg. And I do it a little bit differently. I like my eggs sunny side up. I like the yolk runny. So what I do is I'll pour out my egg white, and then I'll take my egg. And then I'll pull the white out of the egg, and then I'll save the yolk. I'll hold on to that, let the whites cook a little bit, and then I'll add the yolk in so the yolk doesn't cook too quickly. So there's that. I've been doing a carb balance bread. Like each slice is only like 4 grams of carbs, but obviously we want carbs, and I also want something that's gonna digest easy, so I'm using sourdough. And then we're gonna do 2 grams of salt added to each meal, except for the rice cakes meals. You'll see what I'll do there. And then we're gonna do 11 grams of, I can't believe it's not butter, spray. It says 0 calories, it's not. It's like less than a calorie per spray. And so what I'll do is I'll toast the bread, put it on the plate, and then I'll weigh out the sprays until it gets to 11 grams. And that should put us about 80 total calories for the spray. We'll eat this, we'll have 4 ounces of water with the food, and then 8 ounces of water in between. So I need to weigh in before I eat this, see where I'm at. And then, yeah, I'm really excited to have sourdough. I love sourdough, but I haven't had it in months. So really excited for this. Okay, we're doing meal 2 now. 150 grams of chicken, 100 grams of broccoli, and then 200 grams of cooked jasmine rice with 2 more grams of salt. And then we're gonna do 10 grams each of These Melinda's sauces. The last meal went down pretty easy, not bloated. Took progress photos. I'm up 1.2 pounds, and I can already feel contractions a little bit better when I pose. So that's the next meal. This is pre-workout meal. The next thing I'll have is an intra-workout drink. I'll show you that. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, I'm preparing my intra-workout shake. So what I do is 25 grams worth of unflavored whey. And then I'll do a packet of electrolyte powder. And then on top of the electrolyte powder, I will do an additional gram of salt. And then a vitamin C packet, just like the off-brand Airborne. Works just fine. And then, since the electrolyte packet is green apple, I got Jolly Rancher green apple drink mix. And I use this because for my carb source, I use vegetable glycerin, which gives you really good pumps, I've noticed. So, and it's cheap too. Like this gallon was like 20 bucks or something. So, just 25 grams, and then we're set. I'll sip on this. So this, I'll also add 32 ounces of water, and I'll sip on this throughout the workout. All right, post-workout, we're doing 3 rice cakes, 50 grams of sugar-free jam. I might do more because 17 grams is just 10 calories. It's primarily just fiber. And then I've got just a scoop of protein powder made into like a kind of a cream syrup thing. This one is True Nutrition's cookie butter. So I'm just gonna take a cake, I really didn't think, I don't know how to do this. I was just kind of thinking of what would go down easiest. So I think what I'll do is lather the jam on top, and then this might get messy. Yeah. Yeah, this might get messy. So, but I'll think of something. So, there you go. Oh God. Yeah. Okay. I'll figure out how to not make this messy. I think what I could do is just like dip it like that. Yeah, there we go. All right, so that was kind of messy. It's very good though. So far, observation. So I've had about 220 grams of carbs so far. And I thought I would be like filling out, and I thought my gym performance would have been better. It wasn't. I didn't actually start getting a pump until later in the session. So like now I'm starting to get like vascular, and I'm starting to kind of fill out a little bit now, which tells me that I might want to try another refeed tomorrow, because tomorrow I train legs and shoulders and abs. So I don't know. We'll just continue gathering data, weighing in, taking progress photos before each meal, and see what happens. I'm up to 193, probably from all the water for my training session. That's the whole reason we're doing this, is to collect data. I will say though, my legs feel great today. Yesterday I did kind of a de-output day of like 7,000 steps, no cardio, just posing with Sarah. And today I'm gonna kind of do that same thing. I'm probably only gonna walk 7,000 steps. I posed really hard, trained hard. So I'm thinking maybe a refeed tomorrow would be good for my legs, since they've been so horrible lately. So we'll see. All right, next meal, rice cakes again, scoop of protein, 100 banana this time. I'm starving, so that's a good sign. I'm light, I'm not bloated. I'm using the churro flavor from Nutricost. Took progress photos and haven't reviewed them yet, but contractions and flexing feels a lot better already. So that's a really, really good sign. But I'll review the photos and see how they look. I'm only up 0.2 pounds. So I hit 194 on the dot, just barely. You know, I've peed a few times. So, all right. The last rice cake meal was a bit of a disaster. Made kind of a mess. So I'm gonna take the 3 rice cakes, just break them up like that. Weigh out 100 grams banana. Whoops. And then I'll just lick the rest of this off, really. I think churro flavored from Nutricost is probably one of my favorite flavors ever. I never thought I would say that though. I always thought protein powders were disgusting. And then I stumbled on True Nutrition's and Nutricost's stuff, and they're really, really good. So there's that. I'm gonna slam this, and then I gotta shower and shave because I'm filming content and I have to look presentable. So, all right, that should do it. Okay, we'll see you in the next one. Okay, next meal. We're actually doing food this time, but check it out. Like I'm actually cleaned up. I imported some of the footage from this morning, and man, I forgot how rough I looked. Like when you're this deep in prep, you kind of just put on a hoodie every day and you just forget to take care of yourself. But I had to get clean up to film some content. And yeah, so I actually look presentable now, but I feel so, pardon my French, fucking good. The carbs are doing wonders for me. I feel so good, so energized. I can think clear, like I'm not having brain fog. I feel amazing. So it just took a while to get there. Like you see people online, it's like they have like a shot of carbs and then they're like, they feel amazing right afterwards. It took me a while. Like I mentioned, I didn't really have very good pumps during my workout. I think I just take a long time to assimilate carbs. So, but that's why we do this. We're learning and figuring things out. So 200 grams of rice, 200 grams of shrimp, 100 grams of broccoli. We'll do 10 grams each of Melinda's sauces. This black truffle hot sauce is by far the best flavor and it goes great. This is actually one of my favorite meals. And then 2 grams of salt. I will prepare this. I'm up 0.4 pounds. I did progress photos, and so I just reviewed the progress photos so far, and I'm not losing lines. Like I'm not too watery. I'm just getting fuller. Contractions are stronger. I can like feel my muscles when I hold the poses a lot better. So I think, yeah, just things are going really, really well. But so far, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot here, but I think I'm going to try another refeed tomorrow because I think my legs need it, just to see what happens. If I spill over, now we know. If I don't spill over, if I just keep looking better and my weight doesn't skyrocket, shit, I don't know. We'll do, maybe we'll try another, like a third refeed. I don't know. Data collection, that's what this is all about. So there's the next meal. Gonna slam this. And then the next meal is just gonna be more rice cakes. So, by the way, the last way that I did it worked much better than the first way. The first way that I made it was a mess. So we're gonna do that again. All right, next meal, we're doing rice cakes and bananas again. 100 grams banana, 3 cakes, and then the protein powder again. This flavor is mocha from Nutricost. Another awesome flavor. 1 gram of salt added to this, and weight spiked up quite a bit. We're up to 197.6, so we've almost gained 10 pounds from this morning. I haven't had any bowel movements yet, and so I'm using, with this meal, I'm going to be using a a laxative tea, and I tried it the other day, and it worked great. So I'll just have this as my 4 ounces with this meal. So there's that. And then figured I would just drizzle just a little bit of this. Just a little bit. This sugar-free chocolate syrup. So there you go. Did progress photos before this meal, and what I noticed was that my legs came on. My hamstrings turned on. And I was able to actually contract them as hard as I wanted. Really, really good sign. So we'll see. So after this, I got one more meal, which is just going to be a sorbet and more protein powder. And that should call it a day. I'm a little bloated from the shrimp meal, which I expected because I was a little bloated from the chicken. I think it's because it's the broccoli. The broccoli adds quite a bit of volume. So obviously the day before the competition, we just won't do any veggies, and we also won't do as much protein. So, but so far the carbs themselves, the carb sources themselves, I think are sitting just fine. So, oh man, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. You know, Casey and I were talking, and we're not going to be doing any kind of like shit junk food cheats after this. First off, I just don't want to. I want to try to maintain this leanness as much as I possibly can. But the second thing is, we've been making some freaking awesome dishes without having to go out. So it's like, why would we do that? So anyway, I'm gonna slam this, and then I'll see you for the final meal of the refeed. All right, sorry for the mood lighting, but all the lights go red after 7 p.m. So final meal of the refeed. I've got a full pint of black cherry sorbet, and then I've got another scoop of protein powder. This one is the cake batter from Nutricost. I figured what I'll do is like eat a bunch, and then when I get down to the last bits, put the cake batter in there, and it'll be like a shortcake kind of thing. And then I've got chamomile tea that I'll slam down. So I might be doing another refeed tomorrow. Depends on the look, body weight, how my legs feel. If everything feels great tomorrow, I'm not going to do another refeed. We got to get back to cutting. We got a job to do. However, if I still feel tired, if I think that like my legs could use it, but I probably wouldn't do like an all-day refeed. I would probably just do like a morning refeed, and then 1 or 2 meals post-workout, and then just right back on plan afterwards. So, but all in all, according to the data collection so far, I have a rough idea of what I need to eat and the body weight that I look the best at. So now I can use that data going into peak week to determine what we got to do. So we're not guessing. We're not taking guesses here. So it'll be interesting to see what my weight looks like tomorrow morning and what the look looks like tomorrow morning after all this. So yeah, we'll see what it looks like tomorrow.
All right, what's up? So I didn't film much yesterday, but I wanted to just kind of give an update. Monday's refeed went really well, so I decided to do it again yesterday. I'll put the macros up here on the screen so you can kind of see what I did. Yesterday I did shoulders, abs, and legs. As you guys know, my legs have just been completely thrashed lately. So I've just been kind of just doing some pump stuff, not getting into the lengthened range, just kind of staying in the shortened range, but still pushing my arms and abs, or my shoulders and abs hard. Did about 12,000 steps. This morning I woke up at 193, so I've gained about 5 pounds in the last couple days. Progress photos appear. I'm drier than before the refeed, and now I'm fuller. But here's the really cool thing: my legs turned on. Like I could finally feel the contractions in my legs, And so my legs today feel great. This is the best that my legs have felt in literal weeks. So I was really, really happy with that. So what I did is I did 15 minutes of zone 2 cardio, just finished that. I did it on the assault bike, so I could use primarily just my upper body. And then I just did 2,000 steps. Today I want to be really, really careful because my legs feel great, so I really don't want to lose that. Slept great last night, probably because of the extra food. And I also took some doxylamine succinate, which is just an antihistamine, a little bit more effective than diphenhydramine or Benadryl. You're not as drowsy. So I feel good. I was thoroughly surprised. I thought this morning I would wake up watery and bloated from the food. I'm not. I'm just as I'm drier and I'm fuller and I can feel my contractions. So pleasantly surprised by that. So now all it's left to do is just get back on the cut. I think 14 more days of a deficit, adding in some cardio, keeping the steps high, and just really taking care of my legs. Like if I can just keep my legs feeling this good just for 14 more days, I think I'll be in a great spot. So now we're 17 days out. I start tanning today, so I took some melanotan. Start doing that. Yeah. So if I can just drop just a little bit more body fat, like the last places to go, man, are like my glutes and my lower back. So if I can just drop like just 2 more pounds, I don't know if it's gonna be kind of a grind, but if I can just drop 2 more pounds, I think I'll be in a good spot. Anyway, 2 days of refeed done. I'm feeling fresh. I'm feeling alive again for the first time in weeks. Now, if I can just keep this momentum for like the last 14 days of cutting, I think I'll be okay. I think I'll be all right. So thanks for watching.